I have this client who's actually an investor, and they have a fourplex, and the fourplex is actually fully depreciated. So if you know what that means, it's just not benefiting them as far as tax depreciation goes anymore. So they came to me wanting to sell this asset and buy another asset so that they can start over their depreciation cycle and really just get a more updated property that was closer to where they live and a little bit easier to manage. The problem came in this first original asset was actually sentimental to the owner. So they raised their family in the neighborhood. This was one of their first pieces of real estate. They've owned it for a really long time. And even though they live an hour and a half away and are aging and no longer able to maintain the property, they still had this deep emotional, sentimental connection to the property. So they asked me to list the house, and we did, and we found a replacement property for them that made so much sense for all of their goals and their family and their location and everything. And every offer that came in on their place to purchase, full price, all cash offers, honestly giving them everything that they'd asked for, they kept finding reasons not to accept an offer. And the reason ultimately came down to the fact that this was a sentimental sale. They had a lot of emotional attachment to the property. So we see this often with real estate. It's emotional, right? Whether you're buying something and you're imagining your family living there forever, or whether you're selling something and your family did live there forever. And so that's often a challenge in what we do is, my job is to really guide people to make choices, to make wise choices and wise logical choices, because they're trusting me with usually one of their biggest assets. And as often as we usually can get through those hurdles, sometimes the sentimental value is just worth more than the actual asset itself.